This is Irontrader, and this is the last call of the day. We take a look here at Bitcoin, at crude oil, natural gas. Well, first of all, we'll take a look here at Apple and Amazon. Okay, at the end of the video, the support and resistance levels are posted on crude oil and natural gas. This video is for information purposes only, not a recommendation to buy, sell, stock market, ETF. Please like, subscribe. Thanks for watching. All right, here we have Amazon and we have Apple. Okay, let's take a look here at Apple here first. Now you can see here what a really nice chart this is moving up. We came all the way down here. We've held this 200-day, and now we're putting that nice series of higher lows in there very nicely. Now you can see here where your 8 days curling up, your 21 days curling up, very nice. Now again, we're above that 50-day, and that's very key. Okay, so this is what you want to watch for support levels. You want to watch that 240.41 level. Okay, so it needs to close above that 50-day. If it doesn't, and say it loses it, then we want to go 237.21, and then we'll come over to the top of this candle right here. You're looking at 236.96. Then we'll come right down here to the old Hondo here at 100 SMA at 234.65, and then we have next support level is going to be 233.14, and then we have here 231.58. But right now here, this is looking very bullish. Okay, so again, as long as that 50-day holds on a closing basis, we can aim right for that 247.19 level. That's what we're going to be looking for here. Okay, but again, you've got to hold that 50-day here on a closing basis. Now, if you can get above that 247.19, well, then we have a lot of really nice targets all the way up here. Okay, you got 249, and we bring this price channel over here. You got 253, and then we can rattle it all the way back up to the retest of 260.10. This is getting a lot of good juice, but we have to see two key levels here. Watch that 50-day on a closing basis, and what the reaction is. If it gets to that 247.19, what is the reaction? Does it double top and come down, or does it break through and when we follow the next levels here? Now 57, plenty of room to run, green over your red, looking very bullish. I don't see any downside to this chart. I am long, and Apple's the kind of one I'm just going to stay long here because we had some really nice green candles going, and as long as that 50-day holds, I can't see any reason why we can't go higher. Okay, Amazon. Now, Amazon had really good numbers here when they reported, and look at here, very good. And now we're holding that key 50-day. That's the key level here. So we have a low, higher low, higher low, higher low situation. That's always good. Bottom left, upper right, that's what you want to see. Okay, so right now here, you got to watch that 50-day, 227.49. That's going to be very key. You can see where it's holding it, retested it there today. Now, next level here, if that's lost, you got a 225.86 level, and then we'll come down to the bottom of this candle here, 223.08 level, and then we come down here, you got 220.31, and then we can have your big retest all the way down at that 216.20. But again, as long as that 50-day is holding, like it has in the past here, look at here. Look how many times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and now 6. Looking very nice. Okay, upside. Well, we want to watch yesterday's high. You're looking at 231.18, and then we're going to come right into that 21-day at 233.20, and then we have the 8-day right above it at 233.85. Now, if we can crack above that, we have a gap in the field here. So your gap basically is 234.81, and then we look at the bottom of that candle, 236.01. Okay, so right there, see that high, 234.81, and then 236.01. There's your gap in your fill. Then we can rally all the way up here to your 242.52. Now, just remember, watch my video there at Midday Trading, because that had on that Tesla, and I showed you exactly where it came down to the gap. And it was a great buying opportunity here to take that bad boy longer. So right now, this is looking good. Just watch that 50-day on the downside. Very key. And that 21-day and that 8-day on the upside. RSI here, 48, plenty of room to go to the upside. Now, your green is over your red here because we've had this sell-off here coming on down. But if that can curl right back up here, we know what can happen. But that 21-day, 8-day, very critical resistance. Okay, let's take a look here now at Bitcoin. Okay, here we have Bitcoin. Here's you have the IBIT, that's the long ETF, and then we have BITI, that's a short ETF. Okay, so we got all three package going on right here. Now you can see it's really it's kind of like a nothing burger here going on here. It basically what it's doing is looking for some kind of a catalyst here to break up higher, and that's what the traders are looking for here. But we have this bull flag, descending wedge, however you want to call this, and actually we're looking very good. Today we made a higher high and a higher low, very nice. So let's look at the downside here first. Okay. So what we want to do, obviously, you look at today's low. You're looking at that 95,370. Then we look at yesterday's low at 94,285. Then we just come right over here to the left Okay, you got 92,745, 350, and then we're going to have this retest of this candle here at that 91,455 level, which is basically now at that price channel. Okay? So that's what we want to watch on the downside. The upside here, you can see where it popped up higher, but so far it's not closing above. Okay, got a little bit of time left here, and we got to see what the futures do here and at 6 o'clock. Okay, upside 96,997. That's going to be key. And then we look to today's high at 98,440, and then we're going to run right into big time resistance 99,360, and then we have your 21-day at 100,852. Now you can see here how your 50-day here now is leveling off. Okay, your 21-day is not rolling over more, it's rolling off. The only one that we have to worry about here is this 8 SMA here. You got to close above this. If you can, we would break that descending channel and we would rally up very, very nicely. So be a little patient. Now you can see here with the IBIT, it really hasn't done a whole lot there today. IBIT here, we had 54, 57, that was the open. So you had a high of 54.88 and a low there of 54.12. So you had a little bit of scalping opportunity here. I think I got 30 cents out of that today, but it wasn't really a whole lot of thing. Okay, so then we have here is the short, which is basically the inverse of what both of these are doing here, okay? So now, as long as this 8-day is holding here, okay, that 2303, this is still, short play is still in play here. However, you can see we have a rising wedge, okay? Right here, we have a descending wedge. I'd rather be in a descending wedge than a rising wedge because these usually go to the downside and these usually go to the upside. The same thing here, you know, descending wedge. Okay, so if this breaks up here, this can rally up very, very hard. So just be careful. But if you want to make a little green here in the meantime, VITI, here's your trade. Okay, let's take a look here now at Crude and Natty. Okay, wow, look at this here. Okay, let me bigger up for you. You can see this, okay? So we had this all the way on down, and look at that. That just a reverse on the natural gas, okay? So here's what we got here, okay? So we came down and we went lower. We went all the way down to 70.22, okay? But again, we closed back above that key level, that 70.43. Very, very nice. But now you look at where you're stuck, right in that 100-day, okay? That's 71.40. You're stuck right there. You have to get above that. If you can, then the next level, right there is your 8-day. That's where you're going, 71.71, and then 72.26 level. We get above that, we got to go top of this candle here. You're looking at 70.84 level. We come up here, you're looking at 70.96. We come up here, we have 73.22, and then we're going to run right into that 21-day, 73.77, and then your 200-day at 74.27. But right now here, we're holding this 70.43 level, so that's really not that bad. So we're just going to trade the range. So we're going to see what happens here during when the futures open. That's what we're going to be looking for. When I say when those futures open, we're going to be trading against today's candle. Okay, so that high is 71.48 and that low is 70.22. So we got to see how this is going to shake out. Is it going to go sideways, or is it going to break up that 8 SMA, hit that at 50-day, and then rally up higher, or is she going to lose that 70.43 and go down? Or we got to see how this all shakes out. 44, it could go either way. This here, the green is still below your red, so it's not really showing anything. You're still in a downtrend situation until we can close back above that 8-day and rally up towards that 21-day. Now, natty gas had a pretty good run, but this is like almost like that ascending wedge here again. So we got as high today as that 3.78 here. Okay, so if you just go to this candle right here, you had a high of 3.82, but you remember you opened up at 3.78, and that's exactly where we went to resistance level. Okay, so always take the candle and look at everything: your high, your low, your close, and your open. Everything is right there for you as far as your resistance. Went right into it, couldn't get any higher. Now, again, if this can come back, we obviously want to watch at 3.78. We want to watch 3.82, and then we want to come up here. We want to watch that 3.91, 40, and the 405. Those are your upside targets. Downside, we're still holding that 21-day. Not bad. 3.57. And then the next level, here's going to be 3.53. And then we have 3.42. So when those futures open here today, that 8-day should be higher. And everything's going to get jammed right on up here. So again, but as long as this 8-day is holding here on the prices above that 8-day, we have sideways to up. But we had this big topping tail here, so we got to see how this all going to shake out. Now your green is over your red here, but that can't mean that can flow, float back out again here. We got to see 53, got plenty of room upside or downside. I don't never like these topping tail candles here. That's really not what you want to go against, but we got to see, okay? But a lot of times you can get a couple of these in a row, and then you get that tweezer top, and then she comes right on down. So let's just see how this all shakes out. Watch those futures at 6 p.m., and we're going to trade against today's candle, that 378 on the top and that 3.58 there on the bottom. Okay, that's what I got for you. I'll be back here tomorrow before 7. And remember, you got the rig count there at 1 p.m. It's not really what you call a market mover, but, always keep your eye on these futures here. Remember, pre-market, aftermarket is your friend, okay? You can do a lot of good scalping there, get in and out. You can do a lot of good trading, especially now like with Schwab here. You can do 24-hour trading if you want, now. So this is all, all coming together here really, really nicely here. So we got one more day left here, so just let's make it count. All right, thanks for watching.